You're watching the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14.
Right now at 7, some stolen vases causes families of those buried in a cemetery to be very upset.
And a sign in Joplin causes controversy with some of the citizens who live there.
First, let's take a look at the radar. You can see that there are some showers out there off towards the west. Some scattered showers are mainly going to be along I-35 and the Wichita, south of Wichita. Of course, we'll have a complete look at the forecast in just a bit.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Thanks for joining us for the KOAM Morning News on Fox 14. I'm Tanya Bach. A hostage situation in Delaware County, Oklahoma ends with a man dead, apparently from a self-inflicted gunshot. Delaware County authorities say they got a call around 12:30 Monday morning about a man with a gun inside the home of his estranged wife north of Grove in the Red Rocks area. Authorities say the residents in the home had a protective order against 55-year-old Gary Combs. Oklahoma Highway Patrol arrived to assist in negotiations, and they say they heard a gunshot. Shortly after 8, authorities used tear gas and an armed vehicle to get inside. They say they found Combs dead with a single gunshot wound. Other people in the home made it out safely. Authorities in northeast Oklahoma investigate a body found in Buffalo Creek. Early Sunday morning, civilians found the body of a woman in her mid-30s in Buffalo Creek near where it enters the Elk River. She was found in about 6 to 8 feet of water. GRDA officers recovered her body and turned it over to the medical examiner's office for processing.
We have a few showers this morning on radar, not in our local area, but out to the west in south central Kansas and in northwestern Oklahoma, a few scattered showers there. But of course, they've been in a drought for a while, so they are definitely welcoming the rainfall this morning. All of that's mainly going to stay to the south and west of us. Not really expecting a whole lot of rain today, but we do see the chances of rain increasing as we head through the weekend. We're watching a storm system up in the northern plains and also a complex over Texas, but this upper level low over southeastern United States is going to retrograde a little bit, and that's going to introduce that chance of showers and storms, especially for tomorrow. We're going to be dealing with the allergies again today, 9.3, tomorrow 8.4. Most of that is grasses, hickory, and mulberry pollen, so if you're allergic to that, that's why you're sniffling. This afternoon, we're going to see partly cloudy skies with a few cumulus clouds out there with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Warm conditions. Looking down the lane, we're going to have a sunny Tuesday, but then thunderstorms roll in for your Wednesday, isolated storms on Thursday. But what about the holiday weekend? Well, we'll have all the answers on that coming up in just a little bit.
All right, thanks, Sam. Yesterday marked 12 years since the devastating EF5 tornado hit the city of Joplin. 12 years ago, May 22nd, the city of Joplin was hit by a tornado, like I just said. One of the areas that got hit, the St. John's Regional Medical Center, nowadays serves as Mercy Park for residents to walk at and come and honor the ones who have been lost. Local residents still remember the disaster the tornado caused.
I would say the most traumatic events was not being in it for us as much as after that, trying to get to my house to get my loved ones, the trauma that I saw, how the houses were torn apart. It looked like a bomb went off.
Some residents say before the tornado they may not have taken the sirens seriously, but these days they do. Garden of Memories Cemetery north of Pittsburgh discovered several bronze vases stolen from headstones over the weekend. This is not the first time vases have been stolen, as officials say vases were stolen last year on the 4th of July weekend and in October. Not only does this affect the cemetery, but the cost to replace the vases is $300, and it's up to the family to replace it. When one family member came to put flowers on a gravestone, she noticed their vase was missing.
The vases are a precious bronze metal, and we're not quite sure why people are stealing them, but the idea is probably to make some quick cash, and they're taking them to the scrap yards.
It's not anybody's fault but the person that stole it, but I just feel like that's a horrible, disrespectful thing to do.
A total of 200 vases were stolen. Some Joplin residents are protesting a sign they say conflicts with their reality. 2 signs were posted at the intersection of East Zora Street and St. Louis Avenue in Joplin, saying there are only 2 genders. Take back the rainbow. Makina Pulsifer organized a protest near the sign to combat what she calls bigotry. The sign owner Sid Davis says everyone has a right to their opinion. He believes he's not hurting anyone by spreading his truth, and he's not planning to change.
At no time have I ever said there was anything wrong with anybody who believes something different. So therefore, there's nothing wrong with me or anybody that agrees with what the Bible says.
And I don't understand why we can't look at each other and see the human in each other despite our differences and love each other for those differences.
Sid Davis is planning on adding a crucifix by his sign. Makina Pulsifer is planning on putting her own sign up saying, "We love you and accept you for who you are." KOAM is teaming up with community partners to help make sure American flags are properly disposed of and get new ones in your hands. We're hosting a flag swap today from 11 until 2 at the Jake's Fireworks Building, and our own Sam Lane will be there live. That address is 3002 North Broadway in Pittsburgh. All you have to do is bring in your old tattered American flag to get a brand new American-made flag for free. American Legion is assisting us in properly retiring those traded-in flags. This is the first flag swap we're hosting. You can find information about the others at koamnewsnow.com/flag. Up next, Ramsey Witterstater from the SEK Humane Society drops by, introduces us to a positively good girl who's looking for her forever home.
And later, let's see, you're watching we have some storms in our forecast, and of course I'll tell you all about the weekend as well when we come back.
Welcome back. We have Ramsey in studio this morning from the SEK Humane Society, and we have Daphne, who's a very, very excited, happy puppy.
Oh yeah.
Tell us a little bit about.
So Daphne is 4 months old. She's a German Shepherd puppy. She's super duper smart. She really loves attention. I've been working with her, trying to train her to do some tricks, but yes, she's extremely smart.
And she keeps barking at Gabe.
Yes, yes.
That's all right. All right. So, you think she's like full German Shepherd? Or?
I believe she's probably not full German Shepherd, but mostly German Shepherd from what we can see. Probably not full though.
Okay. Well, I know German Shepherds are pretty popular, so hopefully she'll get adopted really easily.
Yeah.
How long have you had her?
We've had her now for like 2 weeks. She still does need to be spayed, but I'm sure that when she's all available, she'll be gone super quick.
Mm-hmm. What a cutie there. All right, so you guys have some events coming up, an adoption event at PetSense.
Yes, so we have our adoption event at PetSense on June 10th. It's going to be from noon to 2. We'll have a few dogs on site, so you're more than welcome to come out and hang out with them. And if you see anyone you like, we're doing adoptions on site as well.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Do you usually bring some dogs that often get overlooked in the shelter?
Yeah, we try to switch it up. We do usually bring dogs that we know do well with other dogs, but we try to switch it up as much as we can and bring some dogs out that have been there for a little bit as well.
That's true. Okay, and then you've got an event, a fundraising event with Panda Express.
Yes, so Saturday, May 27th from 10:30 to 9:30. 20% of the profit from Panda Express, if you eat there, will go to us. That can help us cover medical expenses like vet trips and dog toys, cat toys, all sorts of different things. So eat at Panda Express on Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday. That's 20%. That's a good deal. Yeah,
that's great.
Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk to you about was volunteer opportunities. People sometimes. Are you able to bring your whole family into volunteer, or what are the restrictions on that kind of thing? Because I know sometimes you need to get your kids out of the house.
Yeah, so
And welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. We are looking at mostly fair skies this morning in Seneca, Missouri. Just a few mid-level clouds, some altocumulus out there at Seneca, Missouri, at Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. We're going to see those clouds this afternoon and lots of sunshine too, with temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Just like yesterday, 78 was our high, starting out at 54, which was actually pretty close to the normals. And we're still behind on the rainfall for the month, about ½ inch. And about 4.5 inches for the year, so we definitely need to catch up on that. Unfortunately, the dry weather is now starting to expand back into western Missouri, so the drought conditions are starting to deteriorate again, so we need to get some more rainfall in the rain bucket. Right now we have some clouds just across Oklahoma and also northern Texas. There are some showers out in northwestern Oklahoma, and they've been in a drought situation too, so they're definitely thankful for the rain this morning. It's already down to 51 degrees in Stockton right now, so it's on the cool side, especially up towards the north. Generally everywhere else is in the mid to upper 50s, including Nowata with 59 degrees. In Joplin, we're sitting at 57 degrees, a southeast wind at 3, and the dew point's 53, and the humidity is currently at 87%, and the visibility about 8 miles. Now this afternoon, partly cloudy skies, lots of warm air to go around for everyone. Temperatures dropping or rising into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, so warm conditions this afternoon. We're going to be under ridge of high pressure today, but that's going to weaken a little bit tomorrow. That's going to allow some moisture to move in from the east, and that's going to introduce the chance of showers and storms in our forecast. But we're starting to see more of a summer-like pattern developing across the plain states, and we're looking at severe weather today down across the Texas Panhandle. Not really a big concern in our neck of the woods. And then tomorrow, again, severe weather from eastern Colorado down through the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles. So any thunderstorms tomorrow are likely not going to be severe, maybe a strong one or two. You can see the rain chances low today, but then increasing as we go through the afternoon tomorrow. And with those scattered thunderstorms, some of the storms could put down maybe a ½ inch in some isolated spots. Most areas will get around a 1/10 or 2 at the most, as we're not expecting a whole lot of rain from this system. Temperatures this afternoon are going to rise into the upper 70s to around 80 degrees, with the best chance of rain down to the west and south. Then tonight, mostly fair skies with lows in the 50s and 60s. Then tomorrow, here comes that trough of low pressure sweeping across our area from east to west, and in the afternoon we'll see those scattered showers and storms develop, and then that will move off towards the west, and we'll be left with lows in the 50s and 60s for your Thursday. Then Thursday afternoon, isolated storms again, but mainly out towards the west, with highs in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. Then on Friday morning, we'll see lows in the 50s and 60s. How about the next 7 days? Well, 40% chance of storms on Wednesday and 20% on Thursday, drier for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then for Memorial Day, a 30% chance of storms, better chance of storms on Tuesday. All right, we got a great story for you. A crossing guard in rural Kansas is retiring after almost 55 years on the job. The 87-year-old's last day is this Friday, and Jackson Kreutz has this look at how the children of Independence School District are saying their goodbyes.
She's been a friendly face kids see every day after school.
Waving at the people as they go by.
With a smile, making sure they're safe from the cars whizzing by.
Okay.
But all good things must come to an end.
I was planning on going until I couldn't walk. Okay, kids.
Sandra Blue, or Miss Sandy, as the kids call her, couldn't say goodbye to her longtime duty without one last proper thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Some tears and many hugs.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. I'm gonna miss you. You did good in high school, okay? Come by and see me.
Students making her farewell feel special.
You're one of my favorites, you know that, don't you?
Thank you.
She's been here for all the hard things too.
You're so sweet. You're surely gonna be missed.
Can you give them the girl over there, honey?
For Miss Sandy,
oh, I'm losing them. It was between my thumb there.
it's hard to say goodbye too.
I love the signs.
Definitely.
I don't want to quit. I didn't want to quit, and it hurts, but yet I'm happy. This means so much to me.
Can I take a picture with you?
Huh?
Decades of dedication,
You got to get out of the street, honey.
but with kindness and joy.
Thank you for keeping us safe.
A well-deserved retirement. Blue is retiring due to her eyesight. We'll be right back with more when we come back.
In town.
Welcome back. We've got a special guest in studio with us this morning, Chris Hicks, here to tell us all about a summer program, the Mommy and Me program. Yes.
Yeah, so we just opened up our online registration, and what it is, it's a 1-hour educational play date. So we meet on the first and third week of the month on Tuesday evenings from 6 to 7 and Wednesday from 9 to 10.
And those are, the Wednesdays are in the morning?
Yes.
Yes, so
9
Tuesday
a.m.
evenings or Wednesday mornings, first and third weeks?
Exactly.
Okay.
And each play date has a theme. We start with story time, and then we go around. They have different stations where they can do different activities, but they all will be centered around the theme that we have that week. An example, upcoming on June 6th and 7th, it'll be Under the Sea. So a couple
of craft ideas.
Yeah, a couple of crafts that we made would be a fish, and then also to incorporate Father's Day, we have a Hooked on Daddy craft.
Now the program, while it's called Mommy and Me, it doesn't necessarily have to be the mommy that brings.
No.
little-
So it can be any caregiver, mom, dad, grandma, babysitters. And it's really nice because not only do the children have friendships, the moms, caregivers, they also have an hour to spend with other moms or caregivers and
Pass on some tips.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And
What's the target age group for the kids?
we have infants up to 5-year-olds.
Okay.
And even with the summer, if you happen to have a little bit older kids home from school, they're welcome to come as well. And one thing that's really cool with the little babies, like you said with the tips, the moms are all sitting around giving each other tips on sleeping or eating. And
What
it's
worked,
really-
what didn't work, and
Exactly. What not to do. But it's a fun hour. And the kids have a great time going to all the different stations and doing arts and crafts or playing ring toss, and it's just a fun way for them to learn some
so
social
this is
skills.
all based out at Faith Lutheran Church on
Yep.
Langdon Lane.
Yep.
Yes.
1233 South 220th
Yes.
Street. And you can sign up online at faithpittsburgh.com or simply come in and you can register in person.
Okay. All right. And we'll have all this information on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Thank you so much, Grace.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.